Have you ever felt like your life is not moving forward, even though you're trying? What if I told you that the problem is not your effort, but your daily habits? Welcome to Rise Stories Podcast, the place where real people share real stories that can change your life. I'm your host, Daniel. Today we're talking about something powerful, how small daily actions can create massive success over time. And I'm joined by someone who has lived this transformation. Our guest today is Eric Owens, an entrepreneur and self-discipline coach who went from struggling with inconsistency to building a successful career through simple daily habits. He has helped hundreds of people improve their routines, stay consistent, and achieve long-term results. Eric, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Daniel. I'm really happy to be here. And honestly, my story is not about big success overnight. It's about small actions, repeated every single day, even when I didn't feel motivated.
That's powerful. I think many people need to hear this. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to Rise Stories Podcast and turn on the notification bell so you never miss inspiring stories like this one.
Rise Stories Podcast.
Inspiring journeys towards success.
So Eric, let's start from the beginning. Did you realize at some point that your life was actually shaped by your small daily choices?
Not at the beginning, to be honest. I used to think big success comes from big actions, something dramatic. But when I looked at my life, I saw a pattern. I was waking up late, wasting time on my phone, skipping important tasks. Nothing looked dangerous alone, but together they were slowly destroying my progress.
That's interesting. So the problem was not one big mistake, but many small ones?
Exactly. It was like small, bad habits were working against me every single day. And the scary part is, I didn't notice it at first.
Wow. I think many people are living the same situation right now. They don't see the impact of their daily actions. So tell me, when did it become clear to you that something had to change?
I remember it very clearly. It was a normal day, nothing special. But I looked at my life and felt stuck. I saw that months were passing, and nothing was improving. Same habits, same routine, same results.
That sounds frustrating, like being in a loop.
Exactly. And the turning point came when I asked myself one simple question. If I continue like this for the next 5 years, where will I be?
That's a powerful question.
Yes, and the answer scared me. Because I knew the truth, nothing would change. That's when I realized I don't need a big opportunity. I need to change what I do every single day.
So the change didn't start with motivation, but with awareness?
Exactly. Awareness was the first step. After that, I started taking small actions.
That's powerful. Eric, what was the first small habit you decided to change?
Honestly, I didn't start with something big. I knew if I tried to change everything at once, I would fail. So I started with something very simple. Waking up 30 minutes earlier every day.
Just 30 minutes? That sounds small.
Yes, very small. But that was the point. I wanted something easy, something I could repeat every day without excuses.
And what did you do with those 30 minutes?
At first, nothing complicated. I would sit, think about my day, and sometimes read a few pages of a book. It didn't feel like a big change, but it gave me control over my morning.
So it was more about building discipline than getting results?
Exactly. I wasn't chasing results at that moment. I was building a system, and that small habit became the foundation for everything else.
That's powerful. Starting small but consistent. So tell me, was it easy to stay consistent every single day?
Not at all. In fact, it was one of the hardest parts. At the beginning, I felt motivated, but after a few days, that motivation started to disappear.
So what made it difficult?
Simple things. Feeling tired, not in the mood. Distractions. Some days, I just wanted to go back to my old habits.
That's very real. I think everyone feels that.
Exactly. And that's when I understood something important. You can't rely on motivation. You need discipline, even on the days you don't feel like doing anything.
So how did you deal with those moments?
No matter what, do something, even if it's small. Some days I didn't feel like reading 10 pages, so I read 1 page. But I didn't break the habit.
That's powerful. Keeping the habit alive no matter what.
Yes, because consistency is more important than perfection.
I like that. Consistency over perfection. So Eric, did you start seeing results quickly, or did it take time?
Honestly, it took time. At the beginning, it felt like nothing was changing. Days passed, then weeks, and I still didn't see big results.
That can be discouraging.
Very discouraging. There were moments where I thought, is this even working? But I decided to trust the process.
So when did things start to change?
After a few months, small changes became visible. I had more energy, more focus, and I started finishing what I began.
So the results were slow at first. Then they grew?
Exactly. It's like a snowball. At the beginning, it's small, but as it rolls, it grows faster and faster.
That's a powerful image.
Yes, and that's the compound effect. Small actions, repeated daily, creating big results over time.
I think many people quit too early before they see that growth. So tell me, what mistakes did you make along the way?
I made a lot of them, actually. The biggest mistake was expecting fast results. I thought that if I worked hard for a week or two, my life would change.
So you were focused on speed instead of consistency?
Exactly. And when I didn't see quick progress, I felt disappointed. Another mistake was comparing myself to others. I would look at people who were already successful and feel like I was behind.
That comparison must have been stressful.
Very stressful. It made me forget how far I had already come.
So how did you fix that mindset?
I started focusing only on my own progress. Not yesterday, not others, just me versus me.
That sounds like a mental shift.
Yes, and once I changed my mindset, everything became easier to continue.
That's powerful. So Eric, after all these lessons and small habits, when did you finally see a big change in your life?
It wasn't one single moment. It was more like a phase where everything slowly started to align. After about a year, I looked back and realized my life was completely different.
In what way?
I became more focused. I was finishing projects I used to abandon. My income improved. My confidence improved. Even my relationships improved.
So the changes were not only professional but personal too?
Exactly. Because when your daily habits change, everything else follows.
That's powerful, like a chain reaction.
Yes, and the most surprising part is, I didn't feel it happening day by day. But when I compared myself to my past self, the difference was huge.
That's the compound effect in action. How did these small daily actions change your identity as a person?
That's actually the most important part of my journey. At first, I was just trying to do better things. But over time, I didn't just change what I do. I changed who I am.
What do you mean by that?
Before, I used to see myself as someone who struggles with discipline. But after repeating small actions every day, I started to see myself differently. I became someone who keeps promises to himself.
So your identity changed through repetition?
Exactly. Every time I woke up early, every time I didn't quit, I was building a new identity.
That's powerful. It's not just habits, it's self-image.
Yes, and once your identity changes, your decisions become automatic.
So you don't need to fight yourself anymore?
Exactly. You just act like the person you believe you are.
I love that. So Eric, what practical advice would you give to someone who is starting today?
My first advice is simple. Start small. Really small. People fail because they try to change everything at once.
So what would small look like in real life?
It could be reading 1 page a day, or walking for 10 minutes, or waking up just 15 minutes earlier. The goal is not intensity, it's consistency.
That makes it more realistic.
Exactly. Second advice, don't depend on motivation. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes.
So what should people rely on instead?
Systems and habits. You build a routine that works even when you don't feel like it.
That's very practical.
And finally, track your progress, because small improvements are easy to miss, but powerful over time.
That's great advice. Eric, what daily habits do you think have the biggest impact on life?
There are a few that completely changed my life. First is waking up early with intention. Not just waking up, but knowing what you will do with your time.
So it's about structure, not just timing?
Exactly. Second is reading or learning something every day, even for 10 to 15 minutes, because your mind needs constant growth.
That sounds simple, but powerful over time.
Yes. And the third one is physical activity. Even a short walk can change your energy, focus, and mood.
So mind, knowledge, and body?
Exactly. If you take care of these 3 areas daily, everything else improves naturally.
That's very clear. Let me ask you something deeper. What would have happened if you never changed your habits?
Honestly, I think I would still be stuck in the same place. Same routines, same frustration, same feeling of wasting time.
That sounds a bit heavy.
Yes, because I've seen it before. When you don't change your daily actions, your life doesn't magically improve. Days become weeks, weeks become years, and nothing really moves forward.
So the danger is not failure. It's staying the same?
Exactly. Staying the same feels comfortable, but it slowly limits your future.
That's a strong message.
Yes, and I always tell people, you don't need a perfect life. You just need better daily choices.
So Eric, if someone is listening right now and wants to start, what is the one thing you want them to remember?
Your life is not built in one big moment. It is built in thousands of small daily actions. Don't underestimate what you do today, because it will shape your future.
That's a powerful final message.
Yes, and I also want to say, start imperfectly. Start small, but start today, because waiting for the perfect moment is what keeps most people stuck.
I think that's something everyone needed to hear. Eric, thank you for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you, Daniel. It was a pleasure.
And to everyone listening, remember, small actions, repeated daily, can completely transform your life. Don't forget to subscribe to Rise Stories Podcast and turn on the notification bell for more powerful, real-life stories. Thank you for watching the entire episode. I hope you found Eric's story helpful in achieving your goals. Please share your thoughts. See you in the next episode with another guest on the Rise Stories Podcast.